Hello and welcome to the Christmas show. This is the Two Fat Lardies Pint-Sized campaign Storming the Citadel, which is based on the Grossdeutchsland attack at Kursk. The campaign has 6 rungs as listed here. This is the 6th and final rung, Cracking the Line, Kursk, 5th of July. This scenario can be played multiple times. However, if the Germans win this time around or next, it will be a major victory for them. With Batovo cleared, the Germans continue their advance to the main Soviet defence line at Kursk. The defenders fight on in the hope of promised armoured support. This is an attack on an objective. Finally, the Soviet 2nd Platoon is able to deploy under Lieutenant Igor Pavlova. It's the standard Orbat, but for support they have 2 sections from the remnants of 1 platoon. They have 1 junior leader, 2 LMGs and 4 riflemen in each. A 76mm ZIS-3 anti-tank gun with junior leader, a Maxim medium machine gun and 3 entrenchments. It's the turn of 3 platoon again for the Germans. Their commander is Lieutenant Rudolf von Messerschmitt. Standard Orbat, they have no casualties so far. Their support options are a Tiger 1 with junior leader, a tripod-mounted MG42 and 1 senior leader. Once again, there's a lot of open ground on the table, with a few patches of rough ground giving light cover. There is a small rise in the bottom left-hand corner of the table as you look, and a scattering of buildings, fences, hedges and trees at the top, which is the edge of the village of Kursk. The defenders have 3 jump-off points as indicated by the red crosses here. They also have 1 in the objective itself. The Germans have 3 jump-off points as indicated by the black crosses here. Force morale for the Germans is on 9 and 8 for the Soviets. Right, so here we go. It's cracking the line, rung 6, maybe the final scenario. So as the Germans look, I think it's pretty obvious they're going to be using the cover on the right hand side, drive up there and hook in. Obviously the Soviets to be defending that, push the Tiger straight up the open ground here, and let's see what happens. Alright, off we go. 2 chain of commands, 1, 2, 2, 3. So the first German section will deploy here in the dead ground or out of line of sight of the likely Soviet positions. That was on a 2. On a 3, the Tiger's in. And tactical on Overwatch? Why not? On a 1, I'm going to get the MG42 in the rough ground here, overlooking the objective area. And on a 2, I'm going to get another section just tucked in here. Okay, Soviets, end of turn, and another go, 1 and 4. So the Overwatch disappears. On a 1, the MMG will pop into this entrenchment on top of the hill. And they will fire at the German MG42 here. 10 dice, hitting on 5-6 because of the range. Three hits. That is, it's 4, 5 shock, 6 kills. So it's 1 shock, 1 kill. Yeah. Right, full on phase for the Soviets. 1 chain of command. 2, 3, 3, 4. Right, so on the first 3, I'm going to get an entrenchment here. Just put some sandbags down to note that. That's directly behind the fence, and we'll get one of the double LMG sections to go in here. I'll go on Overwatch. And exactly the same, the other side. Another entrenchment with a double LMG section. Also on Overwatch. Right, another double LMG section is on the objective. They're actually in the building and they'll be sticking out the doors and windows here. So I'm going to allow a gun, 2 rifles and another gun to be firing out of here. Alright, German phase. 1 chain of command, 11334. Right, I think on a 3, the junior leader in the Tiger is going to engage the entrenchment on the hill with the machine gun. HE for the Tiger is 7, hitting on 4, 5, 6. That is 4 hits. Reducing cover by 1. So that is going to be light cover, so it's 3 shock. That will be immediately followed up by the MG42, hitting on a 5-6. Oh, it's a shame that's not the effect. 3 hits, 5 shock, 6 kill, 1 shock. So they're up to 4 shock, and there's 5 of them. Okay, on a 1 of 3 added together, the lieutenant's going to deploy here. He doesn't like the look of the land ahead of him. They can see the Soviets just about behind that cover. They can see they're entrenched, and these guys are going to get a bit of a hammering. So he's going to tell this section to come over the hedge here. So they hop over, they manage that. And they will now be thinking about going to the left along that hedge line there, keeping out a line of sight. It would also tell this lot to come back. Right, Soviet phase 11344. Right, before we do that, first of all, I'll allow the right hand Soviet section there to engage the German section just behind the hedge. They can see some movement there. This is before the Soviet phase. That'll be 16 dice, it's 2 LMGs and 4 riflemen, hitting on a 4-5, hitting on a 5-6. So it'll be 4 on this team and 3 on this team. Light cover, 1 shock. And 1 kill. Is the kill on the junior leader? No. And that section will fire again on their phase on a 3. 5-6 to hit. And 3. Alright, 4, 5 shock, 6 kill, 1 shock. And 2 shock. Germans probably got away with that. On a 1, then I guess it's the machine gun firing at the MG42 here. 8 dice because of the shock. 5s and 6s, 3 hits. 4, 5 shock, 6 kill, 2 shock. Right, German phase. 6 and 5, 2 chain of commands. They're up to 5. 2, 2, 4. Right, firstly on a 4, the platoon commander will take off 3 points of shock. So 1, 2, 3. And on a 2, this section will start to move tactically down here. Well, I suppose they're going sideways, so I'll say they can actually move. They don't go very far. And on the other 2, they'll just hop over the hedge, which they do. So the Germans are just resetting themselves. Done a feint on the right. The Soviets have declared their hand, and all the entrenchments on the right, because that's where they thought they were going to be attacked from. They might not be. Alright, Soviet phase, 6 does nothing, 2-2-3-3. Okay, on a 3, I'm going to get the other, or the final double LMG section deployed in here. And they will open fire on the German MG42. Hitting on 5.6s. That's good. Wow, 5 hits. Okay, 4-5 shock, 6 kill. Ooh, look at that, 3 kill. Right, well that's it then. 1, 2, 3, 1 left, 3 shock, routed. 2 dice 6 plus 6, so he goes 14, as he's gone. Bad things happen for a support unit going, 6. -2, and the Germans are on 7. That is not good. Right, on another 3, that section to the left as we look will open fire on the German section. They know they're there, they know they're rustling about, so they're going to give them another burst. Hitting on a 5.6. That's pretty good. 4 and 3. Now, because they're tactical and they're already light cover, I assume it's now hard cover, and therefore 5 shock, 6 kill. 1 shot, 1 kill. And the other group, 2 shock, 1 kill. Well, this is not good. Alright, so both teams are on 2 shock. Right, so is a kill on the junior leader? No, it's not. So it's 2 killed, 1, 2. Alright, German phase. End of turn, double phase, chain of command, 2. Alright, this section will continue to move tactical. They're going sideways, so like I said before, they can get away with that just about. They're really struggling here, actually. Follow-on phase, another double phase, another chain of command, so we've got full dice plus 1, 2 out of 3. Okay, on a 3, the Tiger will engage the entrenchment on top of the hill with HE. 5, 6 to hit. 5 hits, that's good. I have 2 on the gun and 3 on the section. So it's going to be light cover now. 4, 5 shock, 6 kills. That's 2 shock on the gun. And 2 shock on the section. Gun is now pinned. And they haven't got a junior leader with it. Therefore, they can't take the shock off. Alright, Germans go again. Oh, right, okay. 1 chain of command. And 4 4s. Right, chain commander, move over there for 1 and take off 2 points of shock. The platoon sergeant will deploy and take off 2 points of shock and tell them to get moving. We go 3 this time. Right, Soviet phase. End of phase. End of turn, rather. 2 3s. Right, on the 2 3s then. These sections will fire down to the corner of the hedge there and really try and do some damage to that German section. Right, so first section hitting on 5s and 6s. That's not a particularly good roll. 2 on that team and 1 on that. It's hard cover, so that's 1 shock and 1 shock. The other section, we got there? 4 hits, so that's 2 on each team. Right hand team, one shot, 1 kill. Left hand team, nothing. So is the kill on the junior leader? No, it's not. Right, Soviet phase again. 1-6 does nothing. 1-1-1-2. Right, on the 1 and 2 added together, the section commander here is going to take off 1 point of shock and get this section to fire on the Germans over here. Now for them, they will only be in light cover because they haven't got the hedge as well. Getting on 5s and 6s. That's a good hit. 3 and 3. So the rear section as we look is 1 kill. Oh, 2 kills. Right. Is one of the kills on the junior leader? It's not. So he's gone. And this gun team goes down to 1 man. And I guess on the 2 ones added together, that section on the left, Soviet section as we look, will again fire at this team carrying away. Now really taking some stick. Right. Another 5 hits. 2 on there. 3 on there. Doesn't really matter which way it's going to go. And it's no effect on that one because it's hard cover at the moment. And 1 shock here. So they're pinned. Right, Germans need to get themselves sorted out here. 2 chain of commands. 2, 2, 3, 4. Right, I've been fanning around with the Tiger. He's not been doing anything really useful, so he's going to start driving up and causing a bit of noise. He will go 11. We can't fire this turn. On a 2, the 3rd section will deploy in this rough ground. And they will fire on the entrenchment. Right, so 19 dice hitting on 5s and 6s. That is pretty useless. We'll have 2 on there and 1 on there. It's, I'm going to say 5 shock, 6 kill. That's a kill. And over here it's nothing. So just to check, is it on the junior leader? No. So they got 4 operators and 6 shocks, so they remain pinned. Right, the idiot who's in charge of the Germans is buggering it up completely. This section's doing nothing. This one is just getting shot to bits. They can't move, so it's pretty hopeless at the moment. I suppose they're going to fire at half effect. There's 1 for shock at the entrenchment. I think that's what they'll do at the moment. So on my calculations, it's 6 dice, which is brilliant. But they've got 2 hits. So it'll be 1 on the gun, 1 on the section. 5 shock, 6 kill, no effect. And no effect. 6 does nothing. Chain of command. 1, 3, 3. Right, before we do anything, the Germans will play a chain of command dice. The Tiger will activate, and he wants to try and finish off these the gun and the section in that entrenchment. So he will fire with his gun and his machine gun. I might remember this time. So machine gun first, hitting on 5s and 6s. That's 3 hits. 1 on the gun, no effect. And no effect on that side. HE, hitting on 4, 5, 6. So that is 4 hits. 2 and 2. And this time it's 4, 5, shock, 6 kills. So it's 2 shock there. And 1 shock here. Right, so that means the gun has got 4 with 8 shock. They are routed. They go 5 plus 6 is 11. I better leave the markers on there, but I don't see them doing much else at this stage. Right, that's about things happen for a support team. 5. That's -2, and the Russians are on 6. So that's a good that's a good effort by the Tiger there. But on the 2-3s, they're just going to start banging the rounds down on that section in the corner again. Right, 5-6s to hit. Two on each. That is 2 shock. And the other team is 2 kill. Oh, well, there's only the junior leader and the... so that team's gone. Is it the junior leader as well? It is. And he is wounded. So team wiped out, 6. And junior leader wounded, 3. Right, that's the Germans down to 5 force morale, but also, looky here, 2 with 5. Oh, does he count being with them now? I suppose he does. So there's 3 with 5, so they're not broken, they're still pinned. Right, Germans need a bit of a miracle now. Well, they've got a double phase, 2 chain of commands and 2 4s. They now have another full chain of command dice. On the 2 4s, firstly, well, platoon sergeant go forward, take off 2 points of shock. They are now not pinned. Now the platoon commander will tell them to withdraw. They'll go tactical. Still. They go back here. They'll be out of sight from the Soviet sections. Right, German follow-on phase. Now that's a bit more useful. 2 1s, a 2 and 2 3s. Right, I've had to think about it. I think realistically the Tiger is going to start pounding or continue to pound that entrenchment on the hill. Take them out and then we can start to go left flanking. Machine gun first. Hitting on 5s and 6s. That's 3 hits. There's no MG to soak up any hits. So it's 5 shock, 6 kill. 1 shock. Could have been better. HE round. Hitting on 4, 5, 6. So that's 4 hits. And it is going to be 4, 5 shock, 6 kill. So that is 2 shock, 1 kill. Kill on the junior leader. No, rifleman's gone. On a 2 then, this section in the rough ground, they'll start adding their weight of fire. 5s and 6s will hit. Only 5. And this time it's 5 shock, 6 kill. So that's 1 shock. I got 2 6 shock, 2 kill. Here's one of the kill on the junior leader. It's not. So another couple of riflemen disappear there. So they now have 6 with 6. So they are just about okay at the moment. On a 2, this section is going to come back over here. So they're out of line of sight of the 2 Soviet sections to their front. Yeah, I've got 1 3 left. Lost track of things a little bit. He'll take off 1 point shot. That's all he can do. So they are down. Yeah, well, they should have been pinned, but they're not anymore. No, they're not pinned because he's wounded. Okay. Right, Soviets. 5 chain of command, 6 does nothing, 3 4 4. Right, on the 3, that left-hand section behind the hedge and in the entrenchment, he's seen a couple of other people lurking around by the hedge there. They're not very tactical, and they've been shouting a lot. So, here we go. Heading on to 5-6. Five hits, 6 is required. That is 1-6, so one of them's killed. The platoon sergeant, platoon commander, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He is killed. No, he's hit, so I've got to roll to see what happens to him. Yes, exactly. So he's wounded. Bad things happen. Ooh, 6. That's -2, and the Germans are down to 3. Force morale. Disaster for the Germans. 3 dice only now. So that's 1 chain of command, 1 and a 3. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to put the 1 and 3 together and get the platoon commander to first of all tell the sergeant to pull back, which he does. He's going to go in that rough ground, and he himself will move. He'll come back here, and he will take a point of shock off these guys here. Right, Soviets. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. 1 or 2, the section in the entrenchment will fire at the Germans in the foreground there, in their rough area. 10 dice only at the moment because of shock. Hitting on 5s and 6s, that's 2 hits. 1 on each team. Right hand team, no effect. Left hand team, no effect. Right, we've got the section in the objective there, and they've just seen somebody hopping around in this rough ground. He was told to go and hide in the rough ground here by the platoon commander, but he's still effectively out in the open, or they've got a target and they're going for him. So it's 9 dice hitting on 5s and 6s. That's all they can get mustered out of the windows and doors of that hut. They need 6s. They get 1. So he's hit again, and he is knocked out and wounded again. Bad things happen first of all. 5, -2, Germans are on 1. I think at the moment that's all the Soviets will do. I don't want to deploy the ZIS. That'll be a target for the tank. And I think they can just break them on force morale without doing that. So Germans just have 2 dice. 1 chain of command and a 1. Well, the 1 can't do anything. I guess the only thing the Germans can do is play their chain of command dice, interrupt their own turn, and get the target of fire. Right, machine gun first. 5s and 6s required. He only gets 2. They're firing at all at this entrenchment here, trying to clear that away. No effect. HE round. That is 3. The effect there is 2 shock. 1 kill. Is the kill on the junior leader? No, it isn't. So rifleman's gone. And they have 4, 5 with 8. So they're pinned. Right, Soviet phase, nothing. Chain of command, 3, 3, 4. Right, more of the same. They're just going to keep peppering the platoon sergeant as he's writhing in agony in the rough ground. 5s and 6s, 3 hits. 1, 6, and that's it. Yep, he's wounded again. 3 wounds. I don't even bother roll. He's dead. That is at least 1 off force morale, and the German force morale has collapsed. Okay, there we have it. Round 1 of cracking the line, or perhaps not cracking the line. The Soviets have held firm. We've got entrenchment on the hill. They took a bit of a battering, and the gun team routed, but the sections on the right in that hard cover has done a good job. Germans, well, they got a flanking unit here, not doing a great deal. Tiger was pretty ineffective, to be honest. But this lot down here in the corner, oh dear, what a disastrous deployment. They got hemmed in the corner, took the casualties, and it just kept on racking up, and they couldn't really break out of it. Oh dear. Okay, right, well, there we go. Soviet victory. Reset for the Germans, attack again. So the results of that scenario, 3 platoon for the Germans, 4th Mark at the end was 0. They had 8 casualties, including 1 senior leader, 2 of which were returned immediately. The Soviets defended very well there. They had 6 4th morale at the end, 4 casualties, but because of the difference in the 4th morale, they return immediately. So they're good to go again, the same as the start of this scenario. So the Soviets have done a number on the Germans this scenario, and it will have to be a new platoon taking over from the Germans doing the assault. Unfortunately for the Germans, more Soviet defensive assets are available now, so it's going to become harder.